What is up guys, Wraec is here with a new video, and today with a little bit of a guide on the Fairy Sonata events. I want to give you the best teams to help you progress this event, and also some tips that make it a whole lot easier to really get through this event, because this event of course is very important. If we just check out the store, it grants you chests that give you copies of Lucy. You should definitely go for the copies. By the way, there is temporal essence in here, but I think getting the copies of Lucy through this event is way better. And then we also have Fairy Tale Dimensional Invites. Personally, I would recommend you use those on Natsu, so you get one copy of Natsu, one copy of Lucy, and there is a rental system coming up. If you haven't seen that, check out my review of Natsu. I explain it there in great detail. But today, that is a different topic. We have this Fairy Sonata event. There's two parts. Astro Travelers just includes a bit of story. Can go in there, can grab yourself a little bit of loot. It's pretty cool. And then we have the Fabled Adventure. And the Fabled Adventure is a little bit of a campaign mode. We have to progress to different stages. We have to clear encounters. We have to clear resource stages. And through that, we obtain the event resource we need for the shop called Limited Mage Crest. And it's all a little bit time gated. You can see the area 3 unlocks in 1 day and 6 hours. But those stages for some people have proven to be a little bit difficult. So I thought, let's take a look at some of the teams. So the first big thing that can really help you in this game mode is that you get Ascended Heroes. So what does it mean? It says Supreme up here, and that means every hero above the Elite tier will be ascended to the Supreme tier in Fairy Sonata and have their exclusive equipment upgraded to +5. So that means that, for example, if we check out my heroes, I have a single copy of Twins. They're just at Epic, and still, if I go into the event and we check out the stage, we will try to clear a stage, by the way, and we go to challenge 1.2, for example, you can see my twins are now Supreme. So we have Supreme twins with the +5 weapon, making it a whole lot easier if we want to go into this event and clear some stages, because we can use twins, and of course this will make our team a little bit better. And for this specific stage, we want a CC support here, so we have our CC combo of Ulmus and Iron, and for this I would take out actually Bonnie. Usually I like using Bonnie very much, but having an ult counter here is quite nice, because then we get to counter Brian and take a whole lot less damage, and maybe we even get a counter on the Shark here later on. The combination would be very, very nice. With the twins and the bond between Faramore and Iron, we are pretty well set for this. The second thing that we kind of have to take a look at, you can see we are pretty much cutting through those enemies. The second thing that is really helping us clear those stages is the upgrade mechanic. The upgrade mechanic is something we definitely have to take a look, and very clean victory here, even though the enemy had a Supreme Brian. Also a little thing to note, those can have different ascension states, so they're not all at Supreme or Supreme Plus or Mythic. It's a little bit different here, and that can vastly change the difficulty. The next thing is the upgrade mechanic. The upgrade is a little bit of a skill tree where we can invest into different stats. To invest into a stat, we need to clear AFK stages. This just starts running from the moment this event was unlocked. You didn't even have to go in there for the first time. We can see AFK time. We have 24 hours here, and we obtain 7,200 limited dimensional crystals, which we can collect. And now we can use those to boost certain stats. I already have attack at level 10, which I would suggest you start boosting first, because with a good CC team, all that you really need is to clear the enemies fairly fast. If you are able to do so, then you should be able to get the victory. So having a 30% attack boost is mostly very, very cool. Then you can also go for some HP if you want survivability. You can only go to level 10 because your own stats can only have a distance of 10 levels. So right now, once I get the first upgrade right here, which also gives us another boost, which we can check out in a second. I'm not yet aware of all of those. It's a little bit random, I think, which ones you get. So now we would be able to actually progress this a little bit more. And you will obtain boosts buffs every few levels that you can equip. So now we have level 11 attack. We could also go to level 12, and then we would have to enhance Fizz Dev over here to get to level 13. So that is the way you actually progress this. And I would put like a focus on the attack. Then let's check out the buffs now. So for the buffs, we can equip some of those effects. At the beginning, you will only have one slot for it. You can see I still only have one slot for it. Ranger 3-3 for the next one, and then 5-3 will unlock the third one. They all have different effects that you can trigger by, well, mostly just having them equipped and waiting a little bit in the fight. For example, this one, Mysterious Power freezes one non-summoned enemy with the highest cumulative damage dealt, excluding 0 damage for 5 seconds, 10 seconds into the battle. So this one will always trigger, and they have different rarities. We have like the reddish ones, then we have the purple ones, and the blue ones are the most common things. That doesn't necessarily mean that the red ones are the most powerful. For me, in my opinion, one of the best ones is the Root Confinement. Mobilizes enemy heroes for 1.5 seconds when the battle starts. Can be pretty valuable for some builds. That's an instant CC, so that is fairly insane. With Iron, of course, we also have that. We also kind of get that ult. That is a thing, but many are pretty nice. I used the Control Tornado for a while. It's a little bit of damage that we have there. If you have a Control team, you can also use Corroding Storm. Enemy heroes under control effects lose HP equal to 1% of team attack every second. Can also be a nice little damage increase, or you can also use it to have a little bit of extra life drain. That was over here. Grants an extra 5% life drain to an allied unit's attack if it's a critical hit. So if your heroes do a lot of critical hits, you can kind of get a little bit of lifesteal there. Some of those are, well, this is also decent. First 3 normal attacks are guaranteed critical rates. You can't really go wrong here. They are certainly good, but in my opinion, not that game-changing. I think it's kind of alright. Let's keep Corroding Storm for the moment. I think it is alright. We also have the Tornado after 5 ultimate casts, which, I mean, can happen in a longer fight when you're a little bit weaker, but usually I didn't really have this thing because, well, as long as you have the upgrades ready, and I don't think you should really make sure that you do have that. As long as you have your upgrades and have a decent attack boost, you should be fairly fine here. I think our same team will just work here as well, honestly, with the twins. If you don't have twins, honestly, a very viable replacement is just any Roan. Just putting a Roan in there is fairly fine, and if you don't have an enemy whose ult you definitely want to counter, then you can go back to Bonnie, which is pretty good. But the Faramore in the team certainly is a big help. We have the CC there, and as soon as our Faramore gets an ult, we are fairly set. So with the Roan, that works a little bit faster. Faramore starting his ult, I think we are a little bit over level for this stage, to be honest. Yeah. So that really works. The CC team is the best way to do it, in my opinion. Another way we can maybe explore a little bit on the next stage. This quest is open again. Let's quickly do that. I should have a Lucy. Do I have a Lucy? I don't have a Lucy yet. Okay, we will do that later. Okay, fixed. There we go. Now we do have a Lucy. I don't know. I didn't even get her out of her chest yet. But there we go. Now we can also increase her affinity. She does like a lot of things. Interesting. Ah, that is nice. Okay. Very cool. And of course there is another option. We can also build a classic OD team. We have an OD team here with Smokey in the middle. We have our Coco over there for extra survival, and in this one I decided to go with Lily May. A standard way to do this would usually be to put Rowan in her position. The thing that you want to do for this is you want to manually cast her ult. If you've never done that before, I will show you how to set it up. For now, let's just watch the fight. We go for 1 speed, we deactivate the cogwheel on OD, and here, for example, the number 1 hero that I would want to take out would be the Sessia. So let's target the Sessia immediately, and this is how we can easily select an enemy hero to take out. And usually this team has a fairly good survivability, so as soon as we get to target there, yeah, we took her out. Next ult immediately coming out, we are targeting the Brine because he seems to be a very easy target. Get the ult counter with the Lily May, pushing him under our damage gate. And that should give us the next OD. Ah, didn't get the ult again. But the OD team, like with the Fresto, and again, you just need a single copy. And if you don't have a Fresto, what always also works is an Atalanta. And Atalanta is perfectly fine for this as well. Or a Thorin, that is all something you can do. Just keep in mind, we are in a game mode where we don't have faction skills. but in fact rely on the faction bonus system. So you want to kind of activate your faction bonus. We have, for example, here a 4-piece Mauler aura boosted by our Frestos, so that is something that works fairly well as well. You can also go for Brutus, of course, as long as you can finish the fight fairly quickly. That is pretty good. Personally, I prefer the way to just go with the CC team, with the Iron and a Faramore in there. That is for me the best way. Lastly, one more thing that I want to note, there are of course also quests that you can complete and should complete every single day, and those also grant you the event resources, and through getting the buffs, like for example the Frosty Cage we just got, we also get extra event resources and limited mage emblem, which also are of course our resource to get more stuff from the store, which is really nice. Maybe we can do 10 bomb as a little bit of a finishing piece for this video, because that was really all I wanted to show you guys. Later on we can also do the resource stages. Personally, I haven't really gone into that yet. I mean, like on stage 1 it's 55 and the chest, and on stage 2 I think is it no, that's stage 1. It's a little bit more from stage to stage, so I just saved up mine for now. I don't know if you really need to. You probably don't need to. But I saved up my emblems for now. I'm waiting for like a higher area. Get a little bit more of the resource from that. A little bit more of the event resource. But yeah, I don't think you need to do that necessarily. So let's do, as a last thing, just go ahead and do a 10 bomb into the dimensional call, just because I feel like it. Let's see. 10 bomb. Can we get a Natsu? Come on. Yeah, we have to stock up a little bit. Ah, the wonderful animation here with Pandora. Wonder which collabs we are going to do. Maybe you can tell me down in the comments which collabs you would be hyped for. Ah, we got a Bonnie. I mean, I don't hate a Bonnie, even though I would have preferred another Natsu. So, that was pretty cool. And as always, I want to recommend Lootbar to you guys. If you join through the link in the description now, you get a 3% and an 8% discount coupon just on your account. And you can buy the cheapest Dragon Crystals available here at the moment, giving you an easy way to get Natsu, Lucy, or Shimiro, whatever you want. Maybe even some Rosy cosmetics. You can just buy the Dragon Crystals through their direct top-up or the login top-up. Both of those work fabulously. I tried them out both. Personally, I prefer the login top-up because it's a little bit cheaper. Keep in mind, at the moment I have a discount coupon active, so that is something to keep in mind. And other than that, I hope that my tips helped you a little bit and that you can clear all of these stages over here now. Tell me if there was a particular stage you were stuck at, and if you're still stuck at a stage after watching this video, then I would wholeheartedly invite you to join the Discord server that I made. There's a Discord server called Wraec's Discord with an invite down in the description. You can join there and just post a screenshot of your heroes and the screenshot of the stage you're stuck with, and we will help you clear that. And of course, that offer is always available if you need some advice for other things in the game. That is of course always a thing you can do. And with that, I wish you a great day. We'll see us in the next one.